Welcome to Black Love Matters, where this serves as a therapy session for figuring out adulthood,
loving each other.
Find our name, Brock Michelle.
Or JC and Beyonce. Who is you?
I'm Nero.
And I'm Nyambi.
And this is episode 434, y'all.
Hey.
Be sure to leave 1, 2, 3, 4, 5-star rating and review on Apple Podcasts. Just on Apple Podcasts. I don't even know if you look at Stitcher now. Just leave us a 5-star. Send us an email.
I think on all the platforms, Google has a platform. Like any platform you listen to us, leave a 5-star review. I think that should cover it where possible.
Okay.
Are you your next line now?
Oh, follow us on for social media at Black Love Matters. Y'all niggas know where to find us.
No, you gonna say what's going on with you? Hello?
What's up, baby?
Nero getting an attitude. As y'all see, Nero has been traveling and will continue to travel. You know, it was hard to get Nero free to come do the podcast because Nero been in these streets.
I'm booked and busy.
I know you are. I just want them to know it's not Nyam.
You can hop on and do a podcast yourself.
What would that even be like?
I don't know. You can talk to yourself all the time, so it should be easy.
Ooh, shout out to the only children. I know I talk to myself all the time as only child. And Nero and Mabel get attitudes with it. What was that last week? How loud was I talking when y'all rode up in me in the bathroom? How was it?
I don't know what's going on with them. Me either. So what the fuck?
Shut up. I did not say no me. I did not say me either. What I do a lot though is I process out loud. Like, so I practice like conversations out loud, or like if it's concepts that I fully don't understand, I have to go from my brain to saying it out loud for me to understand it. Mm-hmm. But how does that sound? I don't respond to myself.
There you do. Why are you so close to
I don't respond.
You got me all locked up.
What you mean close to you?
So close.
You must be on your menstrual.
No.
Because you're very particular today.
I just asked the question.
Y'all know about the menstruals. Anyway, what's going on with Nyambis? I had a minor procedure Wednesday. What we call it, minor?
Yeah. You might as well go ahead and tell them.
Keep getting naked, but keep my panties on. Yeah. So as I've hinted at before, y'all know I have my IUD in place for first time listeners. Nirma and I are trying to expand our family. So a part of that, we got blood work, genetic testing, the whole 9, all that came back good. Last step was taken out. Birth control, which for me was the IUD, took it out and a piece of it broke off. And I have been going on the long saga on trying to get that removed from my body. Now fast forward to working with this new specialized OBGYN, and it was a rough procedure, yet another unsuccessful procedure, which was a lot physically and emotionally. I went and got an MRI done, and in the MRI, they could still see where the piece of the IUD was at. My doctor said that it was low enough, like in the cervix canal, is that the right word? Or, the entrance, that's how you look at it, that before we go for the big surgery, right, like the laparoscopic surgery, that she wanted to try one more like outpatient procedure, and it did not work, and it was very rough. Yeah. Hysteroscopy, that's what I think it's called. The basically inserted in a scope inside the coochie again, but in the office, and y'all not had a few procedures. This one, I don't even got no funny story for y'all. It was just, I even think I told you I was a little nervous about it because the procedures in which I had to have any type of scope inserted in my cervix, I was always put to sleep. For this procedure, I was not. Not only was I not put to sleep, I was fully awake when they gave local anesthetic, right? I was awake when they gave me the local anesthetic. The local anesthetic was not on my belly. The local anesthetic, I was in, first of all, I don't even know what type of contraption. It's not the normal stirrups I was in.
Okay.
It was like some hydraulic stirrups.
Oh.
Like, it was some stirrups where she was like, go ahead, have a seat, push the bum all back. And I should have known it was going to be some bullshit. Because, when you come in the room already pre-prepped. And I was like, because usually they want to talk sweet to you. All right, well, all right, now hop down, as soon as I came in, nurse came and took my vitals, was like, okay, go ahead and get dressed, all the way undressed. And all the ladies know, when you go to the OBGYN, usually it's like waist down. She told me to get out of everything. Get naked, honey. And here's a curtain, and here's just this little gown. And the gown, I've never seen a gown like this one, because usually, it's just with the booty out. This one had the booty out, and it was cropped. So I was just like, oh.
Not the cropped booty out.
It was a booty out, and it was cropped in the front.
Oh.
And then she gave a little paper blanket. It was like, here you go. And then when I went to sit down, it's the little pads. I like saying this little puppy pads. This one had like memory foam in it.
Oh.
I was just like, this is going to be bad. Like, how you just look around and be like, well, that'll do it. Like, So I'm sitting down in this chair that's upright, and then my doctor come in. It's this little Indian woman, and she on 10. Like, she's come off quiet and, to herself and stuff. But when sis go into doctor surgeon mode, she becomes a Mighty Morphin Power Ranger.
Oh.
She came in, gave me a little niceties, blah, blah, blah. Welcome back to New York. She's like, all right, sit back 2 spots. Then she knocked on the door. Meanwhile, we're in the room. She knocked on the door. So that tell me her bitches was outside waiting, aka bitches her nurses. Why are you?
You said they was waiting on your ass.
And she knocked. 2 bitches came in. Yeah, but me and her inside. So she knocked on the inside of the door. Then the nurses basically... Nicest teeth over.
We got them.
And then they both come in, and one is I think one is in charge of being my handler, and then the other one's in charge of helping the doctor. So the one that's in charge of being my handler, oh, you pretty. What day is it? Oh, sit on back. She the one who got me in a hydraulics chair. She's like, okay, what we're going to do, we're going to lift you up. She hit a button. They didn't just lift me up, y'all. They took me to the roof. Like, it was like, and I was like, whoa. And then it was like, we're going to lean you back. And it was like, and I was like literally almost at a 90-degree angle in the air. And my doctor's short, so maybe 5'5", but literally, I feel like my vagina met her face.
Oh.
I feel like I was 5 feet in the air, basically. And then my handler y'all can't see. Well, how I'm doing there? Just
rubbing my shoulder.
Just rubbing on me.
Just rubbing my shoulder.
Just rubbing on me, telling me how pretty. Meanwhile, the crew down there is click-clacking. And it ain't no plastic sounds coming from down there.
It's all metal.
Is your dog okay? Sit down, Mabel. She need to... Hold on, y'all. Is she okay?
I hope so.
Check your dog.
Come here, Mabel.
Anyway, y'all hear her making them noise.
Come here.
She loved it. She missed y'all and attention. Maybe let Mama finish the story. And then we can go from there. And so all I'm hearing, ain't hearing no plastic. Because sometimes them, what's it called, speculums be little plastic, like little cheap-ass plastic silverware. No, this is full Cuisinart silverware, hard and metal. And so they clank it. I only got you don't got no metal stuff down here. Like, can you?
There's a knife right there.
Where you see the knife at? Oh,
it's
a knife. Ooh, wait a minute. That's all
That's a stainless steel bottle right there.
Oh, wait. Let me get the stainless steel bottle so y'all get the fit. No, this ain't it. Y'all think of old school stainless steel pots clacking. And loud. And I'm like, oh, that's for me? And then, as they got me on a hydraulics 90-degree angle, what I catch at the right side of my eye is the video that they're getting set up. But I'm not as concerned about the video and the camera and all that. They then pull out, it feels to be the longest needle I've ever seen in my life. And I'm like, where? Who? How is this even going? The needle, how long you say this is now?
That's 6 inches.
It's at least 6 inches of a needle. And I'm like, wow, where is this going to go? And in my head, they told me local anesthesia. And when I'm thinking in my head, I won't tell y'all when I got down at my degree, but I'm thinking they mean a cream. Like a lidocaine.
You thought she was going to get some lidocaine?
Or gel. She meant a needle. And so they done legs in the air to the back. They done got the speculum. They done cranked it up. You know how they click, clack, 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 like a Jack in the Box. So they done got me laying the low, spreading the wide. That, and with ladies, as you know, in itself could be uncomfortable, right? Just the pressure of it. Mm-hmm. But I ain't knew this true to this, so fine. And then here come my little doctor. You might feel it's going to be harder than a pinch. But you're going to feel something.
You're going to feel something.
What?
You're going to feel something.
Y'all, when they put that needle, they gave me a shot at the entrance of my cervix. And I thought I was going to see the ancestors then. And it's like, they're like, don't move. You know my handler? Mm-hmm. You're doing good. And she like count me down. She like 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. It's done. It's done. It's done. And then she like, you know, like I'm hitting near him. So because that's how she was. She was like, she tried to distract me. She's like, you good. You good. You good. So I did that. And then you have to let that kick in. So we sit there about 5-10 minutes with my coochie under the lights. And then from there, she started poking and prodding, and I felt it a little, but it was just more like pressure. Mm-hmm. And then when she noticed, I think she thought she was about to go in and just get it. Mm-hmm. And when she noticed she went in and couldn't see anything, that's when she got her ace boom coon. She's like, I don't see shit. She was like, do you see any? Like, where is it? Right? Like, I'm looking at the MRI, I'm looking at all these things, and it's not here. Where is it? And so she was like, I almost gave y'all my governmentals. Nyambi. We just, can I go a little deeper? Just to confirm. Mm-hmm. Niram, what you think I'm thinking? Booty sweating.
No.
Booty sweating.
No, you can't go deeper.
And they was like, for us to go deeper, they need to just flush out that area. Mm-hmm. So then they hooked up like this saline bag, then connected the tube with the camera to the saline bag. And like the saline was then going in my, like through my vagina, through the cervix, and like purging everything out. And then she went deeper, and then I was like, take me to the king. You have to stop now.
You got a coochie colonic?
I don't know what I got. And I said, that's raw set here. And she was like, I think so too. And from there she was like, well, we'll have to have some form of a surgery. This is ridiculous. I'm sorry. I know it was something because the New York doc, she just kind of hung back in the room and was like, yeah, we need to do an exploratory surgery. Like, you can even see she was just like, we need a laparoscopic surgeon. Like, it's nothing else for us to do in here. Like, it's gonna be too much pain. And so that was how my week went. And I came home and it was a lot. It was a lot.
Yeah.
Nero?
Oh.
What's your
what I was supposed to say after that.
How was I?
Lovers ever evolving.
Peace. That's the update. That's all we missed last week. Hello.
No, it was a lot. Like,
still not fully recovered.
Still not recovered.
Yeah.
It was just a lot in general because we drove to Manhattan.
Yeah.
Which is already something from Brooklyn.
Yeah.
And then I had something going on at that same time. Like, I had a meeting, so I was like, all right, I need to go find somewhere to park. And then, like, as soon as I get parked, I have my meeting. I get a phone call from Naomi, like, come get me. I'm like, damn, you done? They got it out? No. Damn.
Yeah.
Fuck. But, yeah, it's one of those things where, as I was telling you, it's what's the word I use? Not helpless. Like, I can't remember the word, but it's like, there's nothing I can do.
Yeah.
There's nothing I can really do but other than provide like support and help with recovery and make sure I'm just there every step of the way. But this shit sucks.
Yeah.
I think it just sucks because like you've been going through this a lot. For this piece of IUD.
Yeah.
So I think it just sucks. And then, I think one of the other things for anybody else who got an IUD out there,
go get it checked.
Y'all need to go get that shit checked out.
Go get it checked. If you don't see them strings, get that boy out. Also, don't go to the last possible year.
Or the last 2 years.
Yeah.
Because I think that's the other thing as well. Like, I think the thing I'm just most upset about is that when this happened and we were telling family members and friends and them be like, oh, yeah, like, we had somebody else. Like, I know somebody else. Or like my sister was like, yeah, that happened to me too. And it's like, why does it happen to all these people?
Yeah, it's too many. I'm definitely finding a lawyer. I don't know if some folks have asked, like, oh, I'm trying to just get my mental and my physical together. And as y'all know, work is working. But I'm definitely getting a lawyer.
Yeah.
I'm definitely going to file some paperwork against this medical company because this is excessive and it was ridiculous. So I'm definitely going to look for representation to file a complaint.
So, if you count, that's like 4 or 5 procedures
that's causing scarring now.
That's
because that's even what my OBGYN was like. We're getting to the point where we're going to start causing scarring, and fine if you had kids already, but you have not. So like we have to take different precautions.
Yeah.
It's a lot.
It is a lot.
On the same side of the coin, but the other side of it, I'm looking for a backup waxer. Good night. My wax girl splits her time between Brooklyn and North Carolina, and like we're off beat with each other right now. Mm-hmm. Usually, the way my appointments will work, like we'll be on beat, but like I'm slightly off beat with her now, where she's like in the Carolinas, I'm in New York type stuff, and if you know, if you don't know, if you go too long, it's like the first time again. And I'm trying, I need it to not be like the first time. So I'm just finding a backup waxer for when she's not here. What I actually am going to try, because I guess Nyambi loves pain and suffering, is I'm going to shift. Have y'all tried sugaring? I'm going to try sugaring instead of waxing. It's this spot out here. I won't even say the name until I go to see if it's good or bad. And I'm super excited about it. So for folks who don't know what sugaring is, so wax is usually you use like soft or hard wax, right? You rip it off, like, and wax sometimes can get the hair, of course, the follicles, but sometimes like that first layer or so of skin too. So like, that's why you have to make sure you go to a good person, right? But the idea of sugaring is similar to waxing, but you use actual sugar, right? And it lessens the ability for it to like burn your skin, and like, it's just more of a natural.
You put molten candy on your coochie.
Shut up.
Ain't that what it is?
It's not no molten candy.
It's candy.
Why do you describe it like that?
Because it's hard candy.
You want to go with me?
Probably not. But the way you describe it, it sounds like a hard candy before it get hard. So it's hard candy.
Then it wrap around that follicle.
Yes, and they put it on that coochie, and then they get cold.
Or anywhere on your body.
Or anywhere on your body, and then the candy get cold, and you just peel the candy off.
And it's less irritating, right? So some women who have like facial hair or beard due to hormones, PCOS, whatever it may be, or men, right? Whoever can get it too, it just doesn't leave the same irritation. So I'm excited. I've always wanted to try sugaring, but I've just never found the spot that I think would be appropriate to me, because I'm a thicker girl, right? Like I need folks to like know that and be able to move through it. That's why I love my waxer. Like, she just know what it is, right? But this new wax space, I knew I had to go with them, where they was like, we wax everything between coochies, penises, and booties, and everything in between it. I said, come on.
The gooch?
Everything. And they don't even mean literally between. They was like, if you got kind of a coochie, kind of a dick, if you in the middle, if you unsure, if you don't want to identify, if you got hair on it,
we'll wax it.
We wax it.
It's almost like that other commercial. If God can't get you a car, we can't get you a car.
They said, we don't care what it's called. You call it what you want. We're going to get it clean. And then also what I appreciate, they was like, also we move stomachs out the way. We don't care about that stomach. They said, we move it out the way or we'll wax it too. I said, these is my type of people. So and also they do like wax prep, but they do wax prep where they give you like a weighted blanket to put on. What they're doing the wax, and it's something to that, because honestly, when I was going through my OBGYN procedure, like I felt like I needed something to push back. Like I ain't need that bitch petting me like I was Mabel. Like I honestly needed her to like push against my chest.
You just want to be like, can I get one of those X-ray vests?
Yeah, like yes, I needed something like to provide like a counter to that pain. But this wax person, they do it. They got like the stress balls. They got the weighted blankets. They also got like hemp oil. And they was like, if you got CBD shit, cool. Like whatever you need to do what you need to do to get this up off you, great. Also, I knew it was a win where they was like, for the folks, they didn't even call out for, they didn't even say like big people or anything. They just said people with mobility issues. We got yoga ropes. We got yoga blocks. So I said, what is going on? A class or a wax? They said, whatever we doing.
They're going to have y'all asses all up in the air, all types of shit.
The yoga rope is a good idea when you're getting waxed though. Do you know what I'm saying? They was like, here, put your leg and then pull your leg as back to your head as quickly as it can go. Or when you butterflying, shout out to the people who go get waxed and you butterflying. Listen, by the time they about to pull that last one, my thighs be about to start shaking. Cause it's like, and it'd be nice to have a yoga block to rest them on. Yeah. So I actually, even if I only go to them once, I'm just curious to see what the whole vibe and environment going to be. Also, I noticed my type of spot is a no shoe environment.
Oh.
So you got to leave your shoe in this box, and they give you like these socks to put on, like to cover your bottom of your feet. Even fucking better. And they got a coffee shop. You get coffee or wine after. You can't get it before because the caffeine and stuff will get you after. So they're going to get my money. I'm very excited. Naomi, you should come with me.
Sure.
What you want to get done?
Oh, wait. Wait a minute. You thought you got me.
What you
thought you got me. You ain't get me. You ain't get me.
Why? What you want to get done?
Nothing.
What? Get your armpits for the summer?
We'll see.
Your top of your toes?
We'll see.
The you can get a manzillion too.
A manzillion.
Yeah.
You want me bear kitten?
I want you to get what you want.
You want me
Listen, all I want is clean.
Oh. I can give you bear kitten.
I just want clean.
Bear line.
But I want you to want what you want. I want you.
Like I ain't been that smooth since I was 10.
Near walking down the street. A piece of sweat fall. You don't know what done happened.
Exactly.
Who done crawled back there? I was trying to support another small business. I won't say the business because I think it's so niche. Y'all might know, especially people in Brooklyn. And they sent it for the delivery person. The delivery person ate my food. So they're trying it again this weekend. I'll let y'all know how I go. That's all. I think if I give too much, people will be able to Google it.
Yeah.
What you think? Mm-hmm. And I don't want to even get them. I don't want to start that.
Because then they're going to be emailing us. Hello, Nero.
We said that we gave, cause they did. They was like, they offered to give my money back and they said they were going to deliver this week and throw more in there. And I was like, you know what? Keep the money. Yes, throw extra in there. And I'll see you next weekend. My thing is, I just hope next weekend happens. I was going to ask you, Nero, you think I should text again?
You make sure. Like, hey, just wondering, am I getting what y'all say y'all going to give me? If not, that's cool. I just want to know.
I just want to know. Charge back.
I need to know.
I won't do it. Small business people, I'm not chargebacking. I know that's a lot for the business. And if a small business, if you do too many chargebacks, like then the bank won't like take payments from the company no more because they see it as for, I want. It's jokes. But I want my shit. Mm-hmm. I hope so. I also ordered a piece of art too. That is still not here. I'm having a little bit
coming today?
Tomorrow. But they were supposed to come today. Mm-hmm. People trying my patience a little bit, and I think they know that's one of my things I'm working on is patience and being in the moment. And you know what God say when you ask for patience, he she them the grand architect just don't give it to you. They can provide you opportunities to what?
Be patient.
Ooh. Next, we went to a restaurant in Bushwick, the Monkey King. We're getting old. That's it. It was cute. It was a cute little. They said it was Thai. I've never seen Thai make Peking duck. Like the kids like gentrifying wrong. What they call it?
That was Thai food.
That's what they describe it as.
Oh, that was no
not
damn
Thai food.
They're Thai law.
That was like American Chinese mixed with gentrification and a dash of maybe Japanese. Mm-hmm. It was cute though. Like it was about the drinks weren't that good. The service was Generation Z. Mm-hmm. So they did the best they could. Yep. The food was good, but it was just, the vibe wasn't, I don't know. Honestly, everything ain't for me. It was not for our crowd. No. And I don't know why. Like, it just wasn't, like, I don't know. Me and Nero came after work, and I was like I was in like a cute outfit, but like someone was in formal outfit. Like, yeah. Like someone was in like a formal dress. I was like, what is this?
It was crazy.
And then it's like tucked away. Like it was very Bushwick. Mm-hmm. Like it was weird to get in. How do you get in? We get in.
I went through the kitchen entrance. Because I couldn't find the other entrance.
Wait a minute. I told you, I said, you go first. I'll meet you on the other side.
I went through the kitchen Uber Eats delivery entrance because I couldn't find the other door. I was like, where the fuck is this door?
Like, I don't like things like this.
Where do I get in at?
Where do I get the food?
Shit.
I have a reservation.
So I went through there and I said, oh, hello.
Generation Z again. Do it look like I work here?
No.
Where am I supposed to be?
I don't know how to get in here. Fuck.
Didn't it look weird?
It was weird. It was weird.
And then the poor babies, when we checked our coats and gave them a tip for it, what they hit you with?
Ooh, I ain't got a tip in 3 months. Wasn't even expecting one.
But the food is good.
The food,
you know, I will go for lunch. I feel like it'd be a cute lunch spot. It's bordering overpriced to me.
Overpriced. The tip started at fucking 30% on the little thing.
Well, you know that's just America. That's capitalism.
I got a rant coming.
What?
Go ahead. I got a rant about this punk ass tip shit.
America is capitalism. America, we need to pay people living wages. And what's happening is they're asking the customer to make it up via tips. Where truthfully, the way that my budget's set up, I'd rather you just factor it into my fucking price. Isn't that like European countries do that? Like you very rarely tip, or if you do tip, it's not at the scale of America. Like we tip anywhere between 15 to 30% in America, and when we're looking at some European countries, like a tip is like $1 or $2.
Yes.
Still to this day, and it's just ridiculous. But yeah, I think we're just getting older. I think that's a younger crowd with like it just gave a lot of Shein, it gave a lot of Fashion Nova, like Boohoo, like it was just that was the scene. And that wasn't mine. But food was good. I will say the food was good. The vibe was just a little off for me, though.
I'm ready to rant.
Oh, my God. Neil, don't do that. It's capitalism.
I'm going
back to...
The
people who work there can't help that.
I'm going back to the cash method.
Yeah, I too.
Just on the fact that I'm tired of these motherfucking tablets when people are like, oh, if you can just finish this up. And you look at the, and you're like, oh, you finna tip. And, you know, usually I'd be like, all right, I'll just press the button up, press the last one on the last, all the way on the far right, because that's the highest tip. I got to start looking at this.
Oh, you got to look. Yeah, it don't change.
These motherfucking tips be like 30 and 40%. So
yeah.
What the fuck?
It used to like start at like 10% and go all the way to like 20,
But now these shit start at like 20 and ending at like 40%.
Yeah. Yeah.
I got something for their ass.
Particularly the coffee shops.
Yes.
The coffee shops really try it.
Yes. Why am I tipping you 40% for $8 coffee that you didn't even make well and you didn't even say my name right?
It didn't even make it with love.
It's not even made with love. So
coffee baristas get $1, $2 from me. You're not getting $5 from me.
So my black ass has started to pay in cash now. Because when you pay in cash...
Oh, man, Niram, here's 50 cents.
when you pay in cash...
It makes it easier.
That little... They can't put the little machine on you.
Yeah.
They can't be like, well, if you can finish this out right now.
Yeah.
So I just pay in cash now.
Yes,
because fuck them.
You could do custom. But it's a guilt there when you hit custom.
And they be looking at you in the eye and shit.
It's a little bit of, you can adjust, Niram. I will say that.
No, fuck that.
You can adjust.
I got something.
And when I go to the coffee shops, I do adjust.
I got something.
Usually coffee is like 10, maybe 15% for me. But that is a place, if you're just and especially if you're not the baker, right? Like you just like heating up the croissant.
You don't get no 25, 30% for heating up no croissant. Hell no.
You know, because some of them shops, like people be baking it, right? That's different to me. But some of these, absolutely not. You did not make this bagel. You put this in a toaster.
Not even that. Y'all done bought it from another bakery.
Listen, that's what I'm saying. Because, you know, some of these bakeries do make it in-house, like come there at 4 a.m., proof the bread and all that. Those I am a little more comfortable tipping. But I'm talking about the one where they be like, oh, these are Green Points bagels on blah, blah, blah. And it's just like, and then you ask for a matcha. No, not a matcha. You ask for a chai, and they go to a carton. Exactly. It's like, oh, y'all ain't even steeped the chai.
Exactly.
This Starbucks.
And then you want to get fucking 40%.
No.
Fuck you.
But it's not them, Nero.
I understand
it's
that.
capitalism.
I understand that. But I think
Joe was trying to tell y'all at the State of the Union. Joe said, what's it called? Frivolous.
Oh, yeah, them fees.
These fees are racking up. Ooh, our age is showing up. I should be looking at you like, what the fuck are all these fees? Old man Joe Wright, get rid of these fucking fees.
What the fuck is these fees? And I think that's the thing that really pisses me off. Because, like, I understand tipping.
Yes.
But when
you have to tip.
When you get the thing and it be like 40%, like, this is outrageous. And then y'all are also, it's almost like it's predatory.
Yeah.
Because y'all know, like, we not necessarily looking like we pressing a button.
Yeah.
And we're so used to whatever, and y'all like being predators of that.
Now you like the credit card companies?
Yes.
Oh, the people.
Yes. Whoever set it up.
Yes, I was going to ask. So the people who do the square play, the store owner starts that high.
The store owner, the manager, whoever the fuck went in back in the systems and be like, oh, we're going to change these tips and have the last one at 40%. They the ones that need their ass whooped.
Yeah. You need to charge more for that croissant.
So I think that's the thing. Like I was having a conversation with this, like with my barber, about this whole thing.
Your barber charged 40% tip.
No. But this nigga done raised his rates too.
Raising of rates does not surprise me, but raising of what tipping should be is surprise. Like that does not seem
so like that was
in line. Thing. Like tip should be between 10 to 20%.
And it's like, well, you know, that's the thing. I was like, I've been to England, you know, and Europe multiple times, and it's like, why y'all just can't just charge the price of what it is to have somebody have a livable wage?
Yeah,
like why do we have to
livable wage is important?
Why do we have to continue to go through like this extra bullshit?
Yeah,
of like understanding what the additional fee is after it's all said.
Yeah, people just need to be paid a livable wage, and what that is what that comes up to like $20-something plus an hour. That's what it just needs to be.
$22 an hour.
That's what it needs to be.
And if that means you got to raise the food, cool.
Got to raise it.
But also know that by raising that food, you're probably not going to get as much traffic in there because of that.
Yeah.
I don't know.
It's capitalism. That's what I said. It's not. I don't think it's a person. It's a system. And like I said, I still tip, but you're not getting 40% off Nyambi. 30. Together in the struggle. Lastly, I got 2 shows I'm watching. Shrinking, y'all. Shrinking on Apple TV is so good. It's Jason Segel. What's my girl? I always forget her name. Jessica Williams. My girl. You know, from Two Dope Queens. And who else is in there? It's some Harrison Ford. Oh my goodness, I forget to go Harrison Ford. It is such a good show, y'all. It's on Apple TV. If you have Apple TV, please go watch it. It's basically about this guy who's a therapist. His wife recently passes away. And it's kind of meta, right? Like it's basically how he's grieving through this process, how he's like still able to be a therapist, working with his patients, friends all around it, and just navigating like life. And because like he's grieving and he's at the point where his life feels a little, I won't say redundant, but it feels like he's a little stuck. Mm-hmm. And so he was like, I keep talking to these patients that keep being on this same bullshit. They be doing this shit. And I'm like, well, if it hurts, stop doing the bullshit. And they don't be listening to me. And then Harrison Ford, who's his manager or his boss, is like, well, you should do something revolutionary to change. And he was like, you're right, I am. And so he just kind of goes rogue a little bit and just kind of gets hyper involved in his patient's life. And so like, that's also a side story that's happening. And of course, that's not what Harrison Ford meant, right? Like, I'm sure he meant take another class, try a different method. And it's just interesting how it all like intersects his personal life and also the other people's personal lives, how it all intersects. I just think it's a really good show it's a dramedy, right? It's every episode I laugh, but there's some shit that I'm like, damn, that's hard. And you'd be on the verge of tears. And I think it's very easy to see ourselves in multiple characters in it. I'm also enjoying Jessica Williams. I don't think she gets enough props. She's a really good actress. And she's really, when it comes to quirky black girl, she be in her bag. Not awkward black girl, not Issa Rae, but it's a different type. When you see it, you'll know it. And I think it's really in the bag. And also watching it, I had to laugh because one of my secret hobbies I want to try is in the show. And Niram laughed at me because I knew a lot about it. Do I share?
Yes, go ahead.
Rock tumbling. I so want to rock tumble. I just don't have no room in Brooklyn to do it. So for y'all who don't know, rock tumbling is like when you go on hikes or you go walking and you find different like stones, gemstones when you're walking, you're able to then bring that home and put them like in a tumbler set. And like you put different sand and grit and you buff it and shine it up and they become very, very pretty. But it's like a long process. Like it's super methodic. Like it takes 2 to 3 months to get kind of an outcome. And it just seems really pretty. Right after you do it and you're able to create it. And then of course with the rocks, you can sell them, you can keep them, you can do all the things. But I think it's such a cool hobby. And I really wish I could do it. And I will do it someday. But because of the grit and the sand and the tumblers, right, it's messy. So you need to be somewhere where you can be outside. And we don't have any outdoor area. So as soon as I get me some outdoor area that's covered, a garage, y'all, Nyambi going to be selling rocks, crystals, and stones. I'm going to be putting them in jars and decorating them, honey. I'm going to do whatever the fuck I want with them. I think it's really, really, really pretty. Oh, you see it, Nero?
Yeah, I'm looking at these rocks now.
Nero mad that I knew so much about it. He was like, what?
I've never heard you even mention
You don't know everything about me?
I never even heard you mention rock.
You don't know everything about me?
But still.
Then you were surprised the detail.
Yes. It's like,
what did you know that was different? What did you know? I was deep in it.
TikTok. I said, if you don't get the fuck on, I want to do this.
No, it was start before TikTok. I found something on YouTube because I used to go down real deep YouTube holes. And I'm like, damn, that looked fun.
Putting rocks in a jar and let it spin.
Oh, I know we're not going to go down your hobbies.
Which one?
Exactly.
Which one?
I got one thing.
I got 'em.
I am excited about this. You want me to come bring all this sand, dust, dirt, and grit up in the house?
Do it outside.
And dusting. I can't even light an incense without Nerum and Mabel coughing, sneezing.
Because.
What y'all think will come from that?
Bringing all that cancerous shit in our system.
An incense?
Yes.
What can I do? Just diffuse?
Yes. Oils.
Y'all see Fabuloso got a recall.
Can't use that because you used to try to boil that in the house.
Listen. Don't you confuse me with my relatives.
You used to be boiling Fabuloso.
I used to cut lemons and cut cinnamon sticks, and Nerum used to get mad at me because he said I was wasting food.
Never said that. That is amazing.
But what did you think about? What did you think? No, I'm not. I would cut up oranges, lemons, and cinnamon sticks, and Nerum be like, "Stop wasting food." I said, "This is potpourri." What do you think about Shrinking?
Shrinking is a good show. It was pretty funny. I roll with it. Y'all should definitely watch it. I'm over here just still shocked about how Nyambi like, I want to get into rock tumbling. I'm like, I've never heard you. All these years I've been with you, and then all of a sudden,
why are you like, hating?
I want to tumble rocks, and it's like, where the fuck did this come from?
Why are you such a hater?
I'm not hating.
That dot one is really pretty, isn't it?
I'm gonna get you some rocks. You can find some good rocks in New York too.
I know you could.
You don't know if it's a rock or a rat pool.
Oh, they're gonna say crystal. Like crack.
Or crack. Crystal meth.
Look, what is this? Also, y'all know what I'm watching is Harlem. I feel it's good. It's getting better. I think the last episode was a lot for me, especially when they talk about more of the fertility journey. But it's good. I feel like Harlem is equivalent to This Too Much, This Is Us, that I'm going to rock with it from beginning to end. Mm-hmm. So it don't matter how much I need to suspend disbelief. It doesn't matter if the storyline makes sense. And it don't matter. I'm watching it. And I am enjoying it. So, Nerums?
So speaking of hobbies, my Smitty has been on my head about finding enjoyable things other than work. Because I have a habit of like turning hobbies that I do into things I get paid for. And he's like, no, you can't do that. So he's like, that's not a hobby. Like, that's your job now. So with that being said, I've been getting back into DJing. So, DJ such and such is getting back out there. Y'all might see a live something like that in the near future. But just really get back into that. Like even the whole thing of like looking at DJ equipment and like seeing what's out there and seeing what I got and like really being conscious about the DJ equipment that I just recently bought. Because I'm like, I really want something, but I don't want to have all the things that I needed back in the day. Like, DJing has definitely evolved, but like, shit, back in the day, your ass needed a laptop. You can't even have like a regular laptop. You can have a decent laptop. Then you got to have Serato.
Exactly.
And then you got to have, membership to a DJ pool so you can get the, what's the name? And then you got to have equipment. Yeah. And equipment be big as hell and take up a lot of space. And then you got to have speakers. And you got to have speakers that's big enough for you to DJ a party, but something small enough that you can like DJ inside the house. So it's just
not DJ in the house.
Yeah, so you can.
Because you only can carry so much, honey.
Exactly. And you got to practice, right?
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
So I just recently found something that was like all in one, and it's pretty dope. Mm-hmm. For example, like it had the DJ platter or controller that I have. It has speakers on it, so I can DJ in the house. One of the things that it also has is like you can like log into Tidal and like SoundCloud, and I think even Spotify.
Really?
Yeah,
I didn't know
so
that.
like get music that way. It's still a little. It's not the most easiest way to do it, but you could do it that way. So I think that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
You know, just to see like how the DJing game has changed,
Evolved.
Yeah, it has evolved. That like, say you don't have something, there should never ever be a time and place, especially with like these new DJ controllers, where a DJ like, oh, I ain't got that song.
Yeah,
Then he
I
can
agree.
lie to you. He don't
You
want to play it.
definitely, yeah. If you got Wi-Fi, share every song.
Because that's the thing. Like, if you got Wi-Fi, and like I said, whatever songs Tidal got or whatever songs Spotify got, you can play them.
Yeah.
So I think that's pretty dope. And other than that, you know, I'm getting ready for some travel.
Nyam ain't going nowhere.
While
Sheesh.
so I'm getting ready to go out of town as we speak. I'll be gone for the next week or so. And what I was going to say, you know, one of the things I'm really just getting through, Nyambi got on my head the other day because I was like, Nyambi, they trying to box me in. They trying to box a nigga in. And here goes Nyambi, ain't nobody trying to box you in.
I didn't
Yes,
say
you
it
did.
like that.
So, you know, there are some like changes going on, right? You know, I had a few partnership and brand deals that we decided to like move, separate on. So it's been all right. And then, you know, with that being said, since I am a new free agent, I'm able to, you know, reach out to other brands and really figure out like what a new partnership will look like, especially since I got this book coming out.
Yeah.
So, you know, it's one of the things where, you know, a lot of brands look at you and it's like, oh, well, you're just an influencer, blah, blah, blah. Like we look at numbers and followers and things of that sort. And like I had a brand like, well, you know, based off your following, like we would never pay you like that. Like if you getting that from somebody else, like good luck. And I'm like, well, that's cool. Like, but y'all come to me.
Yeah.
And the reason y'all come to me is because y'all ain't got nobody diverse.
Yeah.
Y'all got nothing but them white ass people on there.
Yeah.
No, nothing against them, but y'all got them white ass influencers on there.
Yep.
And they not doing shit.
Yeah,
And I was like,
missing
you know,
a gap in the whole demographic.
you're missing the gap. And if you want me, you got to pay me. And you got to probably pay me more than what they getting paid. But guess what? Do they got a book? No. Do they got degrees like I do? No. Do they got the experience?
Same
No.
credentials. No, the credentials are different.
Yeah. So it's like we're not the same then. So y'all can't I just dislike when they try to box you in.
Oh,
And I was like, no, I ain't boxing you.
they're not boxing you.
They trying to box me in. They're trying to play. They trying to.
They're
compare
negotiating.
me.
They're trying to cover their ass. Yeah, they're trying to intimidate you.
Well, but like that ain't gonna happen. Like, but I also think like they're trying to compare me to like what they think. It's the random mill type of influencer type thing, and I'm like, I'm not running.
And the thing is, these companies still not going to catch on. The companies are always so far behind what's truly happening on the ground. And when we think about social media influencer marketing, creators, like the companies, especially the big ones, are always the last one to pick it up. Like I can't think of the last time when a major company was the trend, like ahead of a trend. I can't think of that. So, anyhow.
Because, you know, that was the conversation I was having with them. It's like, well, you know, we worried about posts, blah, 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 and like metrics and things of that sort. And I'm like, I got a book coming out.
Yeah.
With a whole ass book tour. And y'all talking about like posting 1 or 2 times a week.
Yeah.
Like, if y'all do this right, y'all don't have to worry about me posting because the content is generated itself and everybody else will post. And that's free marketing for y'all.
Exactly.
So y'all don't even get that.
Yeah, no, that's okay. Everyone, you know, I'm still young, but you know, the babies tell me at my big age. At my big age, sometimes I used to, when I was more junior, I used to get upset about that personally and professionally. But now I've like really leaned into this idea to be like, oh, they just don't get it. And it's okay, right? Because there was a time where I didn't get things. And sometimes folks just don't get it. And you just can't give them too much energy on that. And they just don't get it.
Yeah.
And that's cool. So it's cool if they don't get it.
Yeah. So that's what's really going on with me. Other than that, like I said, I'm going to be traveling.
Yes.
I'm going to a conference. And I think what I'm really excited about is just getting back out. Just getting back outside and doing some of these industry events where I can kind of just like stake my claim, but also put my name in the, put my flag in the air as well. And I think like that's pretty dope because, like I said, I am in a very interesting predicament. Neither good or bad, but I think like it's something that could like make or break a career. Mm-hmm. And I'm pretty excited about that.
Yeah. That's what it's supposed to be. Mm-hmm. Well, y'all, that's why we wanted to give you a podcast because we knew I was out last week because of my procedure and Near's going to be heading out of town this upcoming week. We just wanted to let you know we're still here. We ain't going nowhere, give you some updates. But once Near is back in town, we're going to be right back at y'all checking in with you. Yeah. You going to close us out, Near?
Yeah, just love is ever evolving. Love is ever evolving.
See, right when I'm trying to be sweet, you see what he do?
You ain't going to say peace?
Okay. Peace.